Om Sam Saraswati Namaha Namaste. Very soon we're going to begin Navaratri. Navaratri means 9 Navaratri, nights. And what it stands for is 9 days and 9 nights dedicated to worship. Now there are 4 Navaratris which are very, very special. Magh, which is coming up on February 10th. And Chaitra, which is in March or April, between the two. And then Ashar, which is in June or July, and Ashwin, which is in September and October. Those are the 4 Navaratris which are very special: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And you can do Navaratri at any time. And you can observe the vow of Navaratri in any way you want to. Many people fast, some people diet, some people do the cosmic puja and the Chandi Pat every single day, and they worship the goddess in her various forms and pray for the slaying of the great ego. And that's what 9 days and 9 nights of worship means. We offer our ego and all our attachments to the goddess in every single way we can. In the Devi Mandir, our tradition is to dissolve all activities outside the temple, and to the extent of our capacity, we stay in the temple and we do the worship. And then we do the recitation of the pot, and then we do the homa, and then we do the worship again, and then we sing some songs, and by that time, it's time to clean up and get ready to start all over again. So Navaratri, this Magh, will be celebrated from February 10th until February 18th, and we invite you to participate along with us in any way you choose. Namaste. Namaste. We have a few questions left over from last night.
Okay.
This is a question about Navaratri. Many of us do not have time to chant the full Chandi or the cosmic puja every day during Navaratri. Given this, if someone only had 1 hour each day, what would you recommend as sadhana? Or as much as you can do in an hour.
But they like to know specific.
Specific. What should you do? Do as much as you can. Take your hour and break it up into meditation, japa, a short puja, and the recitation of any pot that you consider appropriate. You could read the Devi Kavach and the Kunjika Stotram. You could read the Kavach, Orgala, and Kilikam, and then do the Navarna Vidhi.
Or they can do 5th chapter and 11th chapter.
Or you can do the 5th chapter and the 11th chapter. What else could they do, Mom? The 12th chapter. You do whatever you can. Do whatever you want, whatever turns you on. Get yourself in the bob and do as much as you can. Why do we worship the Divine Mother Shakti during Navaratri and not other deities? Well, actually, we do the cosmic puja every day. We worship all the other deities. We worship the Divine Mother Shakti as Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, Mahasaraswati, Durga, and Chandi. And we worship Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. We worship Ganesh and our Guru. We get around.
And also, at that time, it's a pure energy.
There's a pure energy manifest at that time, and it's a perfect astrological confluence of influences which will positively affect our worship. We can inculcate the vibrations of those deities much more easily because of the confluence of the astrology. Also, you'll find that the confluence of the astrology is in the spring when you plant, in the fall when you harvest, in the winter when it's time to stay indoors, and in the summer when it's time to be outside. So therefore, your winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call. Why is the fall Navaratri considered more important than the spring, summer, and winter Navaratris? It is not. However, some people, because the fall is the harvest time, that's when you get paid. So they had the money and the resources to have a big celebration. And that's how that evolved. Is it better to chant mantras with bhava or with understanding of its meaning? Both. You got to do it all.
Yeah, if they chant with understanding, ultimately bhava will come.
Yes. Oh, when you understand what you're saying, the bhava will come. And when you say it with bhava, you'll get the understanding will come.
We cannot create bhava without understanding.
It's true. It's not possible to create bhava without understanding. What steps can one take to increase both? You have to study and practice. That's the best. If you study, read the translation, try to find out what word means what thing, how do I employ this knowledge in my life, then the bhava will come. Then you keep practicing. Some of these are not organized properly.
I have some more.
You have some more?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Nanda asks, when is it appropriate to wear the Kali Kavach instead of the Chandi Kavach or any other Kavach?
You can choose the armor that's most appropriate for your circumstances, and you could put that on every day, and that will be your kavach. You can choose the deity who is most closely representing your goal, and that will be your Ishtadeva or Ishtadevi. So when you choose a deity, you choose a goddess, you get her Bij mantra, you get her yantra, you get her kavach, you get her, all of her. You get to become one with her in her every aspect. And that will be your Ishta. And now, certain times during the year, during the next Navaratri will be Vasanti Puja. We're going to worship Saraswati. So for Saraswati Puja, we'll put on the Saraswati Kavach. For Durga Puja, we'll put on the Durga Kavach. For Shiva Puja, we'll put on the Shiva Kavach. But your Mool mantra will be the Ishtadeva that you choose. What is the goddess with who is the goddess with whom you have the greatest affinity, the strongest relationship? That will be the criteria.
Ramya from Bangalore has a question. Is there a relation between Pashu, Virya, and Divya Bhavs to positive and negative aspects of Tamas, Rajas, and Sattva gunas? Or is being in Divya Bhav gunatita?
Namaste, Rami Mami. Namaste, Srini Baba. So glad you guys are with us. Thank you very much. You know, generally speaking, we say that Sattva, Raja, Tamo, Guna are present all the time. All of them are present all the time. So why would you say that any one bhav is only tamasic, or rajasic, or sattvic? However, there is a preponderance of sattva, raja, and tamas. For example, it's a point of view, how you look at things. If you look at our activities today, right now, this moment, what we are doing, you would say, we're pretty tamasic. We're not doing anything. We're just sitting around gossiping. That's tamas.
But you are giving pure knowledge.
Oh, well, that's sattvic. If we're giving pure knowledge, that's sattvic. And so if we're excited about the knowledge and we're listening intently and we're uniting through knowledge, that's rajas. There's an activity going on.
Yeah.
So you can describe our activities right now any way you want to. Doesn't change the activity. In the same way, your Pashu Bhav could be very sattvic, or it could be very tamasic. It could be very sattvic to cultivate children. It's sattvic to nourish your appetite, to feed your body, to take care of your temple. It's very rajasic to be in love. There's an energy that flows from the lover to the beloved. It could be very sattvic to be in love. It could also be very tamasic to be in love, depending on the quality and characteristics of that love. Am I loving selfishly or selflessly? If I'm attached and I'm loving selfishly, then that's pretty tamasic. So, Rami Mami, we can't really decipher which is it. Is it sattvic, rajasic, or tamasic? Each of the attitudes, each of the bhavas, conveys a preponderance of the activities which come from those chakras. And the way we describe them is only indicative of what we're looking at the moment. But thanks for joining us.
We have a question from Vish in Napa. What is the relationship between Kali Puja tomorrow night and then the 9 days of Navaratri?
The relationship. We celebrate all the gods and all the goddesses all the time. So for us, there's not much relationship. It's going on constantly, 24/7. Now, for some people who don't have time, and that don't have mind, and they don't remember, and this is not an important and inherent part of their tradition, then it becomes very important for them to have a special time and a special place and a special celebration with which to remember. So tomorrow we're going to celebrate Kali Puja, and next week we'll start the Navaratri, and then the week after that we'll have Shivaratri, and then starts another Navaratri, and then Hanuman Puja, and then Ram Navami, and then it goes on and on and on. Our life is one celebration. And that's what happens when you live in the temple. You make a habit out of celebrating. Now, if you live in an office, then you make a habit out of working. So that's the relationship between Kali Puja and Navaratri. Om Sang Saraswati Namaha. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Swami.